what you're saying, that testing is the primary tool for dealing and reversing the community transmissions that we know is happening in our communities?
Exactly.
Let me ask you, how much does it cost to test a case?
It should cost something not more than $100 to test a case.
Goodness me. I mean, $100 per case. That is expensive, is it not? I mean, for a country like Ghana, I mean, and the sort of testing that you are proposing, mass testing for community, will cost us millions of dollars.
Yes, this is part of the cost that we need to be prepared and begin to use. We have no option as we speak now, because PCR test is quite expensive. Looking at the logistics that you have to use, working on the extractions of the processes. So this is the reality. And when we come to this stage, you will need a lot of investment from the government to be able to resolve the sectors for them to do. And unfortunately, we have no choice as at now. Our best option is to be able to procure this equipment, although they are expensive, and deploy them for you. Only way that we
let me ask you about that then. The president announced over the weekend in his address that we are getting 50,000 test kits into the country. How many test kits does KCCR have now already? Do we know?
Yeah, so we have quite enough test kits to test over 10,000 cases. We have quite enough, and these are test kits which have mainly been supported by a lot of projects which are running in the institute.
Okay.
We have promised the government that the government is about giving us several tens of thousands of kits, and we are still hoping to receive this to enable us to do more.
Will the 50,000 the president announced, would it be enough?
So for my estimation, the 50,000 is a good step taken by the president, and I was quite happy that he mentioned it and having considered that with this test kit. But it's not enough. If you look at the infectivity of the virus and the fact that as we speak now, because of our social structure, we still have some form of mingling ongoing, transports, movements, community spread. You should expect that close to 40% of people will be exposed in the next 1 month or two.
40% of the population.
You should expect this to happen if the trend goes on as it is going, because the virus spreads at a very faster rate. So if you look at population for instance, in Kumasi, close to about 4 million. If you make the projection and the fact that you want everybody coughing, having sneezing, and having difficulty to come and test, then you want to inject more resources. I'm looking at things close to 200,000 test kits for Kumasi and over 300 test kits for Noguchi to enable them to attend to a lot of the cases that may come in. In the next 2 or 3 weeks, we should expect that whoever coughs, has fever, and is sneezing will be directed by the doctors to come to the testing sites, because you may not know that they have it or not. And to do this aggressive testing, you will want to have more resources. So the 50,000 is good, but I want to believe that having more of this in stock will help us to be able to estimate the burden of this COVID and be able to have appropriate intervention to target this.
Stay with me. Your reaction to that?
Oh, fantastic submission. They are the people directly in charge of these things, right? So if that's what he says, we take it on board, right? But it doesn't mean that when the president said that 50,000 test kits would be brought, that is the end of it, because we are in a contingency. So as and when you go along, your movement are dictated by the surrounding circumstances. So if that's what he says, well and good. I believe we'll have further discussions on this, and the president, being a listening president, would know the next line of action to take. We are only hoping that we are able to contain the numbers, because it is not as though we know that, okay, 7 people have got through contact in the country or through some kind of community spreading. And so we should just leave it there.